przypomnę, że przygotowują się Hiszpanie i Anglicy. Please, England team and Spain team, please prepare.
Drodzy Państwo, wielkie brawa dla reprezentacji Polski!
I wszyscy razem! Polska! Proszę Państwa, Polska zaczyna być na fali wznoszącej, niech więc fala dodaje skrzydeł od naszego lewego sektoru. Lewy sektor zaczyna i prawy zaczyna, niech fala spotkają się w środku. Zróbmy dużą burzę. Hej, prawa strona również, niech fala się spotka. Niech się zderzą. Tak jest. Ale jej strona rekonstrukcyjna też nie będzie gorsza. Lewy sektor zaczyna i prawy spada, lewy sektor i prawa. Pokażmy też naszym kibicom, że rekonstruktorzy też umieją zrobić falę. Smutno, sektory robią falę. Oj, słabutko widać jest chyba, ale jednak się ruszyło.
Szanowni Państwo, na trybunach, no muszę przyznać, jesteście
Pokażmy na trybunach, jak się robi falę. Lewy sektor zaczyna! Lewy sektor idzie dalej, fala cały czas naokoło nadkońca! Jedziecie dla Polski! Jedziecie konstruktorzy! Z tamtej strony ciągną dalej!
i walczymy! Wielkie
I
brawa!
tak musieliśmy doprowadzić, że pomoże to Polakom odnieść kolejne zwycięstwo!
Alright, so apparently I am back online. I have to apologize to you all. We had a loss of power here up in the commentary box and also on the live stream, so that was why there were absolutely no pictures from France versus Spain. I can also not tell you what happened in France versus Spain. What I can tell you is we are currently at Poland versus France, and we have a winner in Poland versus France.
następnych drużyn.
And now, team from England and team from Spain, please report to the list. Team from England and team from Spain, please
Drużyna z
report to the
Anglii
list.
wkracza już na pole bitwy z drugiej strony niż zazwyczaj. Tradycyjnie wprowadzają ich zawodnicy w zbrojach amelkowych. Jest 4 aż w całej dziesiątce, bardzo charakterystyczne i oryginalne, jak na obserwując uzbrojenie wszystkich walczących dzisiaj i wczoraj teamów. Pozostali rycerze angielscy swoje kirysy okrywają białymi jakami z czerwonymi krzyżami świętego Jerzego. Poza uzbrojeniem tych jegomości w zbrojach lamelkowych, którzy nawiązują do wschodniego typu uzbrojenia, cała reszta odtwarza XIV koniec, początek XV wieku, ten przełom wieków, hełmy, klapy, zjery przede wszystkim.
Team from Spain, please report to the list. Team from Spain, please report to the list.
Czekamy już na drużynę hiszpańską. Jeśli by się okazało, że Hiszpania pokona Anglię, to wtedy w ogóle nie będzie żadnego lidera. Wtedy wszystko wróci do sytuacji
So I'm
wyjściowej.
hoping you all can hear me
Ma szansę zająć
out there in the entire world. We're broadcasting the IMCF World Championships 2050. We had a loss of power. We had no power here up in the commentary in the technical box. So we are doing our very best to get everything back in working order.
na wyjście z grupy. Hiszpania, aby zachować szansę na opuszczenie grupy
So
i walkę w jutrzejszym
here we are again.
po prostu musi z Anglią wygrać.
Please excuse the blackout that we have here.
Tylko zwycięstwo Hiszpanii daje jej
But apparently I'm back online. Apparently you can hear me as we head into the 10 versus 10 between England and Spain is next up. So far we've seen Poland versus England, which resulted in a 2-0 win for England. We have seen France versus Spain, where I can't tell you the result just yet. I haven't seen it myself. I was sitting completely shocked in my blacked out commentary box. And we have seen Poland versus France, which resulted in a 2-0 victory for Poland.
Anglia wystawiła dwóch rycerzy z bronią żywcową.
Teppo, the black eye was the guy with the black eye was the winner, was the second place, the runner-up in the pole arm category of 1 versus 1 men. The Spaniard, he suffered a devastating 7-round war loss against the English fighter, and during this 7-round war he suffered this massive black eye.
Zapowiada się seria szybkich pojedynków zwarć.
Philip, Germany is actually taking part in the 10 versus 10. They were on yesterday, they were on the first day, and I think they have already been knocked out, but I cannot confirm that.
Tradycyjnego byka chcieli pokonać, ale jakieś szybkie atak grupy hiszpańskiej nadział się na Anglików. Nie sypnęło się jeszcze ofiar,
And here we go with Spain versus England. And a quick charge by the Spanish fighters, trying to take the English fighters out of their gameplay, out of their game plan, pardon me.
sytuacja bardzo wyrównana. Trzeci Hiszpan na ziemi jeszcze i wielki kocioł na wielki kocioł. Właściwie wszyscy zmierzają do niego. Tak jak się spodziewałem.
And this seems like a good start for the English to me. They have the numerical advantage now, and one after the other of the Spanish team are being dropped to the ground. And this is the stoppage. England wins the first round of England versus Spain. And one of the Spanish fighters is signaling he got hit in the head, and he's not sure whether he's okay. But I think he can get back up. He lost his gauntlet in the process, I think.
Zwycięstwo nie się udokumentują, ale wszystko jeszcze może się odmienić.
So again, sorry for the confusion due to the blackout that we've just suffered. But we are back online, and I hope we stay.
Anglicy dokonują wymiany swoich zawodników. co widzę, wprowadzają kolejnego zawodnika uzbrojonego w broń żywcową. Będą już
So now I have confirmation of the result between Spain and France. The fight was won by France.
To są rycerze, którzy mają z drugiego szeregu zatarczowników zadawać mordercze uderzenia.
The teams are starting to line up for round number 2. Spain versus England. First round has gone to England.
Raz, dwa, trzy, trzech. Z bronią żywcową oni mają z tylnego szeregu wyłuskiwać, urywać przeciwników.
And we're ready to get started again. Spain advancing quickly. England going at this with a little more caution. And here we go, round number 2. And I think I saw one Spanish fighter almost on the ground already. And yes, he's down. And 2 guys go down, 1 from each side. English fighter clinching up with the Spanish man in the corner. And an English fighter desperately trying to get a spare weapon there in the background. And I get the feeling that the English are outnumbering the Spanish already again. Trying to get the trip takedown. Now it's 2 Spanish fighters, and the helmet broke on the Spanish fighter there in the corner. This is a really close round now. Spanish fighter on the ground. So 2 new English fighters are charging now. And another English fighter on the ground. And that's the stoppage. That's the end to round number 2. And that means a 2-round victory for England. Was it a stoppage or was it not? I think the refs actually overlooked a Spanish fighter over there. A little bit of confusion here now. So no, the fight is not over yet. And we're ready to get the action underway again. So apparently, yes, the referee did overlook one of these Spanish fighters. But I think now it's over. Yes, it is. It is legitimately over now, and I can confirm what I said just before. I can confirm England win the round number 2 and thus win the fight. Because yes, they were in fact restarting the fight. I think the referee just did not see that actually 2 of the Spanish fighters were still standing. He just saw one of them, and thus he stopped the fight as is in the rules. But when he realized that there were actually 2 Spanish fighters still in the match, he restarted the fight. That is a perfectly sensible thing to do. So now we have another 5-minute break for the Spanish fighters to catch their breath before they face Poland in the upcoming fight. Poland coming off of a surprising 2-0 loss against England and a 2-0 win against France. So now they're hoping they'll make it back-to-back wins over France and Spain. So that means we will go to England versus France right after that.
Wyjdzie do ostatniego spotkania razem z Polską i Polska i Hiszpania ją zakończy.
So we have 2 more fights upcoming between Poland and Spain, and after that England and France. Please let me remind you that at 6 o'clock local time, which is in pretty much exactly half an hour, the fight day here at Marburg ends for today. We are restarting tomorrow again. We are restarting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So the fighting is almost coming to an end for today. We have 5 minutes break now, so I think we'll continue in just a few seconds. Here comes the Polish team.
Polacy zajmują już strategiczne miejsca na polu bitwy. Mam nadzieję, że za chwilę Hiszpanie przybędą. Spain team, you are ready, please go inside the battlefield. Proszę Państwa, kto jest na walki?
So in the background you can probably hear the crowd cheering Polska, Polska over the sound of We Will Rock You, as they are waiting for the Spanish team to be fight ready.
Polska musi wygrać w tej starcie, aby mieć jeszcze szansę na awans do grupy finałowej, do jutrzejszych finałów. Przyjacielski przywitanie z drużyną Hiszpanii, która, mam nadzieję,
And a few friendly greetings before we head into this fight. The Spanish fighters greeting their Polish opponents, showing some respect for each other. That's what we like about this. That's what I personally like about this sport an awful lot. The camaraderie, the friendship, the sportsmanship. That's what makes this sport so brilliant.
proszę Państwa, kto wygra mecz? Kto?
And there we can hear Polska. So I guess we can all guess pretty easily who the crowd is betting their money on.
Bojowe nastawienie, a więc niech wygra lepszy.
And here we go with round number 1, Poland versus Spain, and this is nothing like the slow start that Poland showed against England. This is a quick and very, very brutal start. You see one Spanish fighter on the ground already, another Spanish fighter on the ground, backed by the rail. High shot against the arm there. And down he goes. Ooh, hard shot to the back of the head, and another one. And you saw the Polish fighter on the ground there. And another one down, and down he goes himself. Got the takedown, but he went down himself. And now the Polish fighters definitely outnumbering their Spanish opponents. Hard shots there to the head. And I think the fighter was on the ground already. And that is stopped now. And that means round number 1 goes, rather unsurprisingly, to Poland.
Zwycięstwo Polaków jest absolutnie niezbędne do tego, abyśmy mieli szansę jutro oglądać w finale.
We're preparing for round number 2. Poland versus Spain.
Ale brawa również dla Hiszpanii. Oni do ostatniej chwili będą walczyć. Oni nie oddają, nie odpuszczają pola.
Polish fighters lined up and ready. The Spanish opponents still in some sort of discussions, tactical discussions, I suppose.
Kto wygra mecz? Kto?
And I think the Spanish are ready. So are the Polish opponents.
Hiszpanie spuszczają swojego byka właśnie z klatki.
And to the sound of Eye of the Tiger, if I'm not mistaken, we are heading into the second round. Spanish fighter breaking through as his teammates are being tangled up here. And I see 2 Spanish fighters on the ground very quickly, another one by the side. What a mess of red fighters. I have to admit, it's difficult to keep them apart in the heat of the battle. I don't want to know what it feels like to be in there and not knowing whether who you're hitting is friend or enemy. But I guess the Spanish are doing pretty well in discerning that. And I think we'll have a stoppage rather soon. They're outnumbering the Spanish fighters now, and that's the stoppage. And that was a distinct victory, 2-0 victory for Poland. Jean-Philippe, that would definitely be an impressive sight. I can remember doing a 70 versus 70 bout, forward show bout, back in Dunkel in, I don't know, I think it was 2012, with large parts of the Polish national team and parts of the Ukrainian, Czech, Belarus national team, Danish national team was there. Great show for the fans, but really, really tough to find out who belongs to whom. I agree, Matthew Holmes, it was utter carnage back then, and I don't think 50-50 would be any different. So that was it for Poland against Spain. Now we're waiting for England versus France to commence.
Team from England and team from France, please report to the list. Drodzy Państwo, reprezentacja Anglii i Francji, tak jak powiedzieliśmy, to tutaj się
England versus France. This is the last fight in the 10v10 group stage, and the last fight for today just as much, since we're ending the program early today at 6 o'clock p.m. local time, which is in precisely 20 minutes.
I wtedy w małych punktach dopiero nastąpi rozstrzygnięcie. A jak wiadomo, małe punkty nigdy nie są pewne do końca. Sami nie wiemy, jak to wszystko będzie wyglądało. Tak więc bezpieczniej dla Polski by było, gdyby tym razem święty Jerzy...
Laurent, I have no idea what you were just saying, but I suppose it's not very friendly towards the English. I'm really looking forward to this fight. England versus France, always great matches. England is ready on the list as we are still enjoying some replays of this massive, massive fight between Spain and Poland. Look at those impacts. And here we go. England and France are ready to go for the last round of the day.
Niech wygra lepszy! Nie ukrywam, mogłaby to być Anglia, ale
So here we come, Agincourt 2015.
Wojna stuletnia między Francją a Anglią. No dodatkowy smaczek dzisiaj.
England on the left-hand side on your screen in white with a red St. George's cross on their tablet. And this is France in blue with a golden fleur-de-lis on the tablet. Let's end this day epic, ladies and gentlemen. England versus France, 10 versus 10. Here we go. And a quick start from the French fighters, and I see two guys already on the ground. And the English team now depleted one man as France take one fighter down. And there is the equalizer, I think. What a mess, what a carnage. And it looks like the English have taken the upper hand. Yes, they definitely have, and there's the stoppage already. Hey, what was that? A kick after the whistle. And I guess that will be at least a talking to by the referee. That was unnecessary. That was absolutely uncalled for. There we have the confirmation. First round win for England. And I'm afraid we need medical assistance, and that looks a little bit hectic. Oh, that does not look good. That does not look good. Yes, we need medical assistance. I can see the fighter moving, but he looks in severe pain. That does not look good, ladies and gentlemen. At least he's moving, so he's conscious, but he seems to be in severe pain. Luckily, the medics are already on site, taking care of the man. And he's back up on his feet. Back up on his feet. In the first images, it looked as though he was unconscious, and that's why he's being escorted to the ambulance now. Also taking a hard shot to the head. But he seems to be okay. Huge sigh of relief from my side there, I can assure you that. I wish we could see a replay on what would happen to the English fighter there. As we head into round number 2. England lining up, France already waiting to start.
Skoro zawodnik o własnych siłach wspierany tylko przez sanitariuszy dotarł, tak więc źle wyglądająca na początku, mam nadzieję, okaże się błahym i nasz kolega z Anglii będzie mógł wieczorem siedzieć przy ognisku i świętować.
News Ortiz Aguilar, I hope I got that one right. The dueling sword and shield went to Poland. Marcin Laskielis took the victory, the gold medal there.
To może być ostatnie starcie dzisiejszego popołudnia. Może już nie być okazji do oklasków, do pokrzykiwania. Zróbmy tutaj burzę.
So here we are with round number 2. The refs just checking the fighters one last time, seeing if nobody sneaked on an extra body. And that means we are ready to start. Round number 2. First round went to England. And here we go. France now much more cautious than in the first round. they were off to a good start, but then they fell apart and gave the English a chance to get back into this fight. And France, I think they're depleted 2 fighters by now. One of them running up here. And now I have the impression that the French are actually taking the advantage here. No, they're not. They're not. English fighter on the ground. And the French has come down too. Hard shot to the back of the head there. French fighter on the ground by the list, by the side of the list. And it looks, the hectic signaling seems to be a sign that we need a medic again. And there's the stoppage. There is the stoppage, and I would call that a win for England. Apparently no medic. Yes, there are the medics again on the left-hand side of the list, down in the corner. There the medics come on again. A very, very hard-fought battle between England and France that England has won. And there's a French fighter on the ground. And he seems to be conscious. I can see him blinking. And I'm afraid that looked like a leg injury there. And there on the bottom of the screen you can see the ref signaling. I would say that was meant to say medics, medics. Hard shots. That must have hurt. Look at that shield just teeing off on him. And there a sword went flying. And they're helping him up. So he seems to be somewhat all right.
Przygrywka do tego, co jutro w walkach grupowych, pochórtowych będziemy oglądać. Tak więc na dziś dziękujemy rycerzom. Podziękujcie jeszcze raz oklaskami. Ale proszę Państwa, o 21, około 21 na pewno o zmroku.
So I'm hearing we're getting a replay of the first fight, France between England, and let's see if we can find out what happened to the guy who took the shot to the head there. It can only be a matter of seconds until we get the replay in, so please stay tuned. We'll try and find out what happened there. And here we go with the replay. So let's try and find out what happened there. Don't think these are the fighters that we want to see. There we have the stoppage. And sadly we can't see what happened to the left-hand side on the list. There by the left side, I think one of the fighters, there we can see him. So he was close to the list. And that looked to me as if, on first instance, he had been unconscious. By now we can tell that he was conscious. Again, he left the list on his own, supported of course by the medics, but at least he was not taken off the list on a stretcher or anything, so he seems to be more or less. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end for today. That was the last battle of the day. We are ending this competition day with the win of England over France, and that was the second part of the group stage in 10 versus 10. I'm hoping I can greet you all tomorrow again at 10 o'clock. We're starting with the 3 versus 3 competition of the women on the board. So I'll be glad if you join me until then. Have a good time. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.